making Thursday, things we're making Thursday, yeah. Things we're making Thursday, things we're making Thursday, things we're making Thursday, yeah.
Hi everybody, my name is Shannon. Welcome to my channel, Another Yarn. Thank you so much for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. Did you hear the music on the way in? It's Thursday. Things we're making Thursday. Oh, it's an exciting day. So, are you new here? Hi, this is a yarn channel, knitting and crocheting and talking about yarn and all the antics and the storytelling and all the fun stuff. And you came at a great time because today's Thursday. And Thursday happens to be a collaboration amongst a great plethora of very, very talented YouTube content creators. That's not all. If you want to play along, you can too. No one says you can't. There's no rules. You can do it too. So on this, what it is, it's a collaboration where a lot of people have gotten together. It's expanded and it's grown. It's a lot of fun. And we're all making something along a theme of projects this year. So for this, and I've got all the themes down in my description box so you can look at them for each month. It is such a laid back group. If you're a content creator and you want to play along, then put in hashtag TWMT, things we're making Thursday, and there you go. And then anybody can search and they can find your videos too. And if you just want to play along and you're not a content creator or anything, you don't have to post anything, but you can join the Facebook group if you'd like to, and that's down in the comments too. And like I said, it's a very laid back group. It's just a lot of fun playing with yarn and showing off what we're doing. I mean, hello, that's amazing. So this month's theme is household goods. Well, that can be anything. You can make pillows and pot holders and towels and, you know, doilies and coasters and mats and blankets. Oh yeah, blankets. I'm like, I have how many blankets that I'm working on right now? Knitting and crocheting. And I'm over here going, what am I going to make from my things we're making Thursday household goods? I don't know. Maybe you should finish one of the 4 or 5 blankets you got on the needles and hooks. Anyway, no, that's not happening. No, I have other stuff. Yeah, it's okay. I like orange. Look. See this? This is what I'm using. Yeah, isn't it pretty? Look, this is a Joann exclusive. I tend to go to Joann a lot. Somebody commented I should go ahead and join up and be one of their affiliates. I haven't done that. I hear tell that they do have it. I don't know. But anyway, so this is the KNC collection. KNC stands for Knit and Crochet. I don't know how long it took me before I listened to somebody else comment on it. And I'm like, oh, that makes sense. I had no idea. I'm like, I mean, okay, I didn't know, but look, it actually says it right there, Knit and Crochet KC. Well, whatever. Details. I just saw the yarn. I'm just not going to lie. So this particular yarn that I used for this week's Things We're Making Thursday Household Goods Edition is the KC Knit and Crochet Essential Cotton. This is 100% cotton. This is a garment-worthy cotton. This stuff feels amazing. It really, really does. The only drawback I have on it, it's not really a drawback. Do you like the colors? Now, I'm an orange person. I love the colors. What I did notice, I have previously used this yarn, never had a problem with the yarn. The yarn is great. But I had 2 skeins of the yarn like this in the same colorway, but they weren't the same color. They were more along the lines of a hand-dyed. You know how hand-dyed will say that? It's like get enough of one or alternate skeins because you're going to have differences. There was a distinct, definite difference between the 2 skeins of yarn. They both said they were the same dye lot. They both said they were made at the same time period. They both worked up beautifully. It was gorgeous. They just weren't the exact same color. And, you know, if that would bother you, then, you know, pay attention, right? But the yarn itself, wonderful. It was funny. I handed this to my husband, what I made with this, and let me see, it's right here. And I said, hey, is this big enough? So I did. I went for a washcloth, and I handed this to him and everything, and I said, what do you think is a washcloth? He said, oh, no, not that material. I said, why not? He said, that's not washcloth material. I said, why not? It's 100% cotton. And he's like, woman. Because when he thinks of the cotton and the other stuff, it's like this cube here. I've got a lot of the kitchen cottons that you would use for washcloths and pot holders and things like this. But like I said, this is garment worthy, has a beautiful drape to it. It's just so soft. This is luxury. You know, if you want to wash your face with this and everything, that is luxury. I think I'm gonna make some bigger ones. But the neat thing about this, do you see that pattern? Do you see that stitch definition? Do you recognize what that is? Linan from Nina's Knots and Crochet. Check her out for her Tunisian Tuesday. She knows what this is. This is Tunisian crochet. Okay, I did it. I did it. She does have a great tutorial and everything on that. So I'm working with my cheap made in China, oh yes, and everything. Got them on Amazon. I had a full set of Tunisian hooks. All the different sizes. I got these on their big fat thick cables, and I also got the straights that are in here. See? Here's all my nice other ones, and I dropped my Afghan hooks, and then here's the other ones. They're bright, they're pretty. And I did start with the Afghan hook, you know, these long hooks like this. I grabbed one of these, and I started with this first, and I didn't like it. There's nothing wrong with it. I didn't like the weight of it. You know, just that I like my knitting needles. I like my crochet hooks. I'm particular to a certain degree. I worked better with these. And then the other thing that I noticed is I was working with the 6mm right here. And I have a Lamia wrap, Tunisian crochet, that I'm working on the 6.5mm. Quality control, you get what you pay for. All I'm going to say, $15 for the set in case I didn't like doing it. I didn't want anything to do with Tunisian crochet. I wasn't out a lot of money. I could go ahead and make a couple pot holders or something saying I did it. I had tools that I could use and, you know, invest in nicer set later if I chose to. But what I noticed is I like the 6.5mm, the way it's shaped and everything, you know. Okay, I like the inline shape. But the 6mm, I know they look about the same. It wasn't the same. It was fighting me. I'm just going to throw it out. It was fighting me. It was more cumbersome, a little more difficult to use with. Again, you get what you pay for. But it worked. I was able to accomplish what I wanted. And I have this beautiful, soft, drapey washcloth. And the pattern that I used on this, oh yeah, I'm fancy. Oh, I'm all kinds of fancy. That is the honeycomb stitch. And you're doing Tunisian knit, then Tunisian purl. And then when you come back and everything on the next row, you knit the pearls and purl the knits. Kind of like a seed stitch, moss stitch, if you're doing that in regular knitting as opposed to the Tunisian stuff. So I wanted to do it this way because it lays flat. It doesn't need to be blocked. I mean, it's washcloth, I'm not going to block it, but you know what I'm getting at. If I were to do just the Afghan stitch, I think it would have been a roll like this. It would just roll like that. And then it would, you know, it would just roll up. That would be it. But this, look at that drape. This doesn't. So I wanted to play with that. I wanted to practice that. And I wanted some success. And if you've been following me for a while, you know why. You know what I'm talking about. You do. You do. But for everybody who's new and has no idea what I'm referring to, I'll show you. I'm working on the Lamia wrap, which is by Tony from TL Craft, and she has a tutorial on how to do this also. This is my first Tunisian project that I've made. Well, garment type project, right? So this right here, stunning. And I do have some mistakes in it. I do. And the one mistake that I left in there, I've got a hole in there I left. I see it every time. Oh my gosh, I can so see it. And I'm going to stitch it shut to maybe make it to where I don't see it as much and leave it. And, well, that's if I decide to finish this. This is how much I have left of my first ball. I was down to just a little bit of the skein, so I put it on the ball winder, and then I promptly messed it up. But this is what I've got left. So I've done quite a bit with the yarn. What had happened is I've got this hole right here that I see every time, and that one's not quite as bad, but I did another hole, and it was over here about that far down, and it was very noticeable. It was different than that first one, if that makes any sense. I don't know what I did. I don't understand, but I did something, and I couldn't leave it. And typically, you know how some projects will irritate us and they deserve to be in timeout because they were naughty. They did something they weren't supposed to do and they were naughty. And that's what this did. So I wasn't sure I was going to finish it. I'm still not sure I'm going to finish it. But what I did do is I pulled back all of the stuff that was wrong and I wound the ball that I had. Okay, so in my world, unless I do something like completely pull it all out and, you know, put it back in the ball, there's a chance I could add a few more rows here and there and I could get this done. So it's not completely lost. Don't bet money on it, but it's not completely lost, and there's a chance that it will get finished. I do like this. I like the way that, and I mean, it's a thick, blankety type, soft hug. It's worsted weight yarn. This right here along the edge, you can see that's that honeycomb stitch. That's what my entire washcloth is. So I couldn't let it win, okay? I couldn't let it win. I had to beat it. So I did. Yeah, I did. I had to. So that's why I did the washcloth for my things we're making Thursday. And this was last month was Tunisian crochet. Try something Tunisian. And I did. I successfully tried. I haven't finished it, but I definitely tried. And I jumped in pretty on the deep end. You know, this is a large project. I mean, it's yarn. You've got this. I've got this. It's okay. You make a mistake. It's fine. Put it in timeout, breathe a little bit, pull it out, and work on it again if you choose to. But if you don't, that's fine too. Do something that you really enjoy and make that. I mean, I'm going to still knit. Trust me, I'm going to still crochet. And this is like knitting and crocheting, got married, had a baby, and they made this. That's what Tunisian is. I'm just saying, you know, that hook is like, you know, mom and dad were of two different species, if you know where I'm getting at. But I'm enjoying it. We'll see if I actually finish it. The yarn I'm using is the first time I've used this one. That's the Big Twist Party. No, this is the Big Twist Fleck. Big Twist Fleck. This one has an interesting composition. It kind of feels like a little bit of a woolly feel. There's no wool in it. It's 85% acrylic, 10% polyamide, and 5% linen. What a combination. I mean, it feels great. I got this to make a big sweater for myself, kind of like what I have on right now. This sweater right here, yes, I made it. This is called Brick. And this was, what's this yarn? That's this one up here. I don't know if you can get this one. Oh yeah, Big Twist. Oh, imagine that, Joanne. That is Big Twist Reverb, and it is a worsted weight yarn. I used size 9 needles, and if you know me, you know that's crazy. I use big needles. But this is a free pattern called Brick on Ravelry. I love the look of it. I've done it multiple times. It's like a blank canvas. You can do what you want. The whole thing is in stockinette. I put cables all the way under the arm and under the sleeve because I can, because it's a blank canvas. And yeah, I've got enough of this for sweater quantity because it went on sale, and I have enough for sweater quantity, a lot of stuff, because I'm a little insane like that. Joanne puts things on sale and they do some stupid good sales. I'm just saying, they really do. This is 150 grams, 311 yards, a number 4. I believe it is 100%, yep, 100% premium acrylic. If you can get it in somebody's stash or something like that, it might still be available on Joanne's website. It's interesting because I swear they keep finding it in their warehouse and they bring it in. I saw some in the store not that long ago. I was surprised, but I'd already bought all the colors I was interested in. So you can get it on people's stashes, things like that. If you do, just letting you know, it says 3 for an adult sweater. Guess how many I used? 3. That's right. And I'm 5'8" and 200 pounds. Just gonna throw that out there. So when it's a large XL, yeah, I did do it with 3. I was shocked. Of course, I bought 4 skeins because I didn't believe it. I thought they were lying. They were right. 3 skeins. All it took. I did it. I did it. I did it. So yeah, that's the fun stuff with the different yarns with making things. But that's what I had planned to do with this, was just something like this, a big hug, and maybe put some cables in it. Why not? You know, like I said, this one I have them all underneath the arm and right there on the seam. Another good place is to put them right up here on the going all the way up the shoulders. Like I've got a couple other sweaters with that same concept. That's what the plan was for this, but I just, like so many other things, just didn't get around to it. And when the shawl came up, or the Tunisian came up, and I saw the shawl and I was like, I can do that. I can do it. I can. This was a perfect choice. I like the depth of color with this. It's not It's not Snow White, it's not cream, it's not, you know, they call this one cotton candy. Interesting. There's some flecks, just a little bit of flecking going on of some light colors, little pink, little blue, little, you know, yeah, I guess it would be cotton candy colors, but it doesn't strike you as childish. It just gives some depth to the piece, and that's what I wanted. I didn't want a heavy variegated that the stitching would get lost, but I didn't want a solid color either. Like what I'm wearing right now, I think would get lost, maybe, you know, especially like that. I mean, look at that. Look at the tiger stripes. Isn't that awesome? But this, on the other hand, perfect choice. So that's my fun stuff. Hope you enjoyed this, and hopefully that was, you know, go out on a limb. Try something different. And I am doing all sorts of crazy stuff. Wanted to go ahead and at the end of this one, thank all my new members. I do have memberships. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing, joining my memberships. And I've got a surprise video for the members. They're getting some sneak peeks of some things that I'm getting ready to do. So if you want to know those types of things before everybody else does, now you know where to do it. I do have the memberships. I am doing some sneak peeks, and there's all sorts of other things that I have planned to do that I think are going to be a lot of fun. So join me in any way you can. I just love talking with everybody. I like doing all of this fun stuff and playing and knitting and crocheting and yarn. Oh my gosh, definitely all that wonderful stuff. With that, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. You guys have a great day, night, evening, whatever it happens to be. Bye-bye.